for listening. We are currently vibing out to a live stream of Venice Beach from the Venice Hotel.
Is that what this is?
It's currently 75 degrees with 48% humidity. Air quality 53, acceptable.
Oh, did you see? We
Worst air in the
shocked
world.
the world.
Once
Come
again.
from behind victory. Worst air in the world.
For the fires.
And yeah, actually,
The train didn't make it to Seattle. It had to go down to Portland from Spokane, then up.
why?
Because there was a fire around the Skycomish area.
Yeah, then I just saw those. Somebody posted on Twitter like pictures from the 2 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke that was pretty bad. Is that how long it's been since you did your jiu-jitsu thing in Wenatchee?
Yeah.
That was smoky then.
Yep.
I guess just not 2 years ago. When was a really bad one?
There was one day I was working outside in the yard, the train yard, and my eyes were just burning.
Yeah.
My back of my throat was burning. We went inside. We stopped.
Yeah, there's sometimes we've been over in the summer in Wenatchee, and it's like, yeah, can't even go outside and do anything. I mean, forget just like it's going to be hard to run around. It's like you can't even see. It's like you're covered in fog totally.
Yeah. I've opened the door in Wenatchee on the train, and because you can't smell it inside, and then you open the door and it smells like barbecue, like wood smoked barbecue, because of all that. It's like deciduous trees instead of pine trees burning.
Do you have the same
Applewood smoked bacon?
Do you have the same air stuff like as an airplane on the train?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because airplanes have those like, I don't know if they're like HEPA filter quality. They're like the super high.
Yeah, they have high filters, but it gets vented from the outside too.
Yeah. Have you ever... I don't want to get into taxes and stuff like that.
Taxation is theft.
It's not theft.
According to Brett Favre, it is.
Oh, that's been a great story. Just
I read about 5 sentences of it, so I really don't know.
I just love when people text things that it's like...
Oh, yeah.
They say the crime that they're doing, and then they say... Because his text was like... Do you
will
think
this be able to be tracked?
Yeah, will this be able to be tracked?
No,
like,
you're good.
The fact that you are...
Haven't you seen all the memes about the FBI guy that watches your phone?
You're creating a trail of it every time. I mean, say what you want about, Donald Trump and stuff, but he doesn't use a computer. He talks on the phone. He does all those old man things.
Yeah.
And yes, because he can't read... I just think he's dyslexic, and that's fine.
Yeah, Joe Biden's got something.
A lot of people his age who were dyslexic were never given the tools, and so that's fine.
How about the new program that can look at your Instagram photo and then find public use CVT cameras or whatever, CTV cameras, and find a video of you taking that Instagram picture?
CCTV. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes. So that was on Twitter in the last 2 days. And
he had us it's like a social media platform, but you have to have 5% battery on your phone or something. It's called Die With Me or something like that.
Oh, I never heard that.
Yeah. It was in that video.
It was?
Yeah. It says the creator of Die With Me. This is like social media platform or something, but you can only access it when you have 5% battery on your phone.
It was in the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh, skipped. Yeah, the video is...
It's a chat app you can only use when you have less than 5% battery. It's called Die With Me. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store.
But you can only access...
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Let's get more info. Oh, yeah, and it shows your percentages as you're to, like in the message. Shows what your percentage
Oh,
is
that's
at.
cool.
Die together in a chat room on your way to offline peace.
Yes, but now there's this. So what this app is it will. So you have just a selfie that you took of yourself and your friends, or you snap a pic of your family or whatever. You're out, or what food you're having. And what did it use? It used like the light.
Yeah, it uses background
Background
light,
information, lighting,
where the shadows are,
and it matches
the
it.
sun
So
in the sky. It's all like AI.
yeah, there's
Other people in the picture. It doesn't even have to be a selfie. It can be like, a picture of a building or whatever.
But then so I guess there's like databases of
All these like security
cams and stuff, which is crazy.
There's websites that you can just access any of them.
Yeah.
Any like public, like this one we're watching, Venice Beach Hotel.
But that's what it is. So then it uses AI, and it will look in that camera footage and find
compare it to your picture.
the moment you took the picture. It showed like a little 2-second snip of them like picking up their phone and taking the picture.
Yeah.
It was freaky.
It was freaky deaky. And they're always watching you. You think you're not being watched? Well, that's like, remember during all the Chaz and all that stuff? Chaz, Chop, and BLM, when people were like drawing like purple triangles on their face and like doing things on their face so that it couldn't be like recognized by facial recognition.
But by paint definition, they could be. Yeah. They just put more.
There's the guy with the purple triangle on his eye.
Yeah. Yeah, why did
I feel like they'd have. I feel like they would have had to do black on their face, but then they're running into other problems because they're at a BLM protest.
Speaking of, we haven't done jokes forever.
Well, there was one right there,
and I was going. I know. And I got to do that. We got to commit. We got to go back. We have to go back. We have to go back to the island.
Oh boy, I never made it there. I watched the first few seasons and I got lost. Get it?
I forget what that was.
The pun?
Was that it was the middle of season 3? It wasn't the beginning episode of season 4 or something. I can't remember.
I have no idea what season it was.
I think maybe it was the end of the 3rd season, the finale or something. I remember it was a big event.
Where you think they're off and they're out and then we have to go back.
Because the thing with Lost is they're all on the island, but the whole show is flashbacks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then what they did is, I think it might have been the season 3 finale is what it was. And the show is going like every show has gone for the past 3 seasons. You see they're doing stuff, and then you're also having flashbacks.
Oh, yeah. They're all having flashbacks, like their life and like how they ended up there, right?
So that's how this episode is going.
Mm-hmm.
But then, in the last minute, all of a sudden he says, "We have to go back to the island. We have to go back." It was a flash forward the whole time. And then you realize somehow they're going to make it off the island and they want to go back. And it just... Because at that point, you're like, is this a time portal? Is this a what? Is this...
This was before the multiverse, Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
It was before the multiverse thing because there was wormhole talk at the beginning, but most of it was spiritual. It was like purgatory.
And the guy from Lord of the Rings was on there.
Yeah, it's not Penny's boat.
And then
That wasn't him, but
John Locke.
yes.
And then the numbers.
Everything about this show.
The polar bear. The black cloud.
Wait,
The black smoke
I think they
cloud.
never explained the black cloud.
There's a bunch of things they never explained.
Yeah. There are lists. I think I did find an article like that sometime. Might have just been on BuzzFeed or whatever. All the things from Lost that didn't explain.
Yeah.
Go check those out.
I never finished
the
the show.
statue with the 4 toes. I think they never explained that.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, the last couple seasons, it seemed like
I'm lost right now.
it was. I know the last couple seasons, it was crazy. They were going into the sparkly cave.
That's
They
like I
were
just heard
in-
that the last season of Riverdale, spoiler alert.
No, don't say it.
I thought it was out.
The last season. Oh, I thought you were. I don't know.
It was
what.
talked about on a pod with no spoiler alert.
Okay, say.
Spoiler alert. They get kind of.
I didn't know that.
Shoot. It was talked about in the public space.
Oh man. Well, yeah, because I'm not caught up that far yet.
Oh.
Dang
Sorry.
it.
Eesh.
Well, they. Oh, I could see it going in that direction. If you've ever watched Riverdale, you know that all of a sudden, like,
Everything can change.
everything changes like every 2 episodes. Like, this person's in love with this person's gay, this person's not, this person's a serial killer.
And I realized also that they filmed 22 episodes at a time.
What do you mean at a time?
That's what they said.
Like, what do you mean at a time?
It's like 22. It's how long's a season?
22 episodes?
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. And these days, now shows are like 8 episodes.
No, most TV that's on TV.
Who watches TV?
Which Riverdale is.
Oh, yeah, true.
Riverdale is a show that's on CW
comes
or
out
whatever.
weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was saying that Lily Reinhart on Armchair Expert was saying that they're up in Vancouver for 6 months or
Yeah, a lot
8
of the
months
year.
or whatever. Yeah, majority of the time up there. So yeah, I didn't realize that because I stopped watching it.
Yeah, that's probably what she was talking about because that would be a big chunk of your year compared to
Going to Hungary for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just one reference. But
Yeah, so like on Riverdale, I don't know. There's this all of a sudden, Cheryl Blossom.
yes,
She's kind of like this weird center of the show because people keep like using her for things this season. So I'm on season 5 now.
yeah, because she's
6.
like, at first, she's the bully, and then she's in the group, and then she's out of the group, and then
Well, so on Riverdale, speaking of flash forwards, they advanced 7 years overnight this
because
season.
the dad died.
No,
Oh,
because
because didn't they have to alter the story for that? The actor died.
Yeah, I think they didn't have to do too much because some of the parents. He was one of the parents that wasn't on very much.
What? He was always there in the first season or 2.
I'm just saying. But like, so
What was he from? Was it 90210? No,
yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
So Archie, you find out he's a soldier, and then Archie. So they all go back and they're teachers at their school now.
What?
But all of them look the same. This is what irritates me is because they all dressed up so much in the first few seasons. Like all the girls are wearing like professional clothes or professionally slutty clothes. Not actually that much.
Bustiers.
I'm thinking of Veronica. She's more of the professional, but I
Is
guess
that the blonde? Is that
there-
the Lily Reinhart?
no. That's
Brown
the
hair.
black-haired one. She must be Hispanic,
Yeah.
and
Latinx.
so Archie has all these jobs. So like he's the teacher, and then all of a sudden for 2 shows he's the football coach, and then the next 2 shows he's like a carpenter, and he sort of like is all those things, but it's just like there's no story that there's only like one like main story that connects all the episodes, and the rest of them can just be random.
Weird.
Like all of a sudden they just introduced that in Cheryl Blossom's like property was the largest palladium mine in the world, or like
on their
concentration.
family's mine or
Yeah.
house.
So it's like largest concentration anywhere on Earth is, on her property. But they already have a mine there that was old. And so she's like, "Oh, we got to get down there and mine that stuff," or what, And so Archie is just like the next day. And then what was making me laugh? I didn't care that they had a mine there that had existed, or that it was, because that's how I'm actually defending the comic bookiness of
Yeah.
the show.
Right.
But so it's not any of that crazy stuff, but they just grab like hard hats and wheelbarrows and just like go down into this little cave.
It is kind of like a
Start doing
Scooby-Doo
pickaxes, like a Scooby-Doo. That's what
that
it is. Like,
that era of like cartoons and comic
Yeah.
books. So it's like, oh, you can just do anything.
they like built a little campfire outside the mine too. It's just like so weird.
That's funny.
They drive like 50s cars, but they have cell phones, but they have the
Yeah,
time
there's
is all
all
weird.
the homages to the comics.
Yeah.
Like they're always in the diner and the
Yeah. So
the old cars.
the girls all had like designer clothes and stuff. Anyways, so when they advanced the show 7 years, they all just looked. There was no way to
They
sort of
didn't
make
give
them look older.
They didn't give them like Mrs. Incredible hips or anything like that.
No, but they were always so. But actually, now some of the students in the school, they look more like younger, like teenagers now,
Oh, they're still in.
because they
Are
went.
they still forward as teachers?
Yeah. It's just like the timeline jumped.
Oh, it wasn't just it wasn't like a weird
No,
wormhole multiverse thing.
no, they just jumped the timeline, and yeah, it was interesting. But they didn't make them look older. But now the actors, when they were all the people in high school, everybody looked like they were 30.
Yeah, like in most high school
But
movies.
the only thing they did to make them look older, since they couldn't like dress them up anymore, is the actors now that they hire for high school
Are actual like
it's
14-year-olds.
like, exactly. So all of a sudden they look younger.
That's funny. Oh, I never watched Reservation Dogs. Need to watch that.
If you haven't watched Reservation Dogs,
Well, I watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season.
and this season is so good. This show has a perfect. What they do so well.
Reservation Dogs.
Yes, I think we talked about this once, so I'm not
We've
going to say
talked
it.
about it.
They mix the just silly
Mm-hmm.
with the heartfelt, like so smoothly.
Oh yeah.
And it's like one episode they're hitting you with the most like broad, like the episode that happened last night. It was like so broad and wild and insane. But like 2 episodes, the main girl's grandma died.
Spoiler alert.
And it was like the most heartfelt.
It's kind of like I probably said this last time, but the Ricky Gervais show about his life after his wife dies of cancer.
Yeah, I think we're having the same exact conversation, actually.
Oh my gosh. Let's change it. So yeah, in short, recommendations are watch Reservation Dogs, watch Riverdale, watch Ricky Gervais' Life After Death or something like that, whatever it's called. And yeah.
Oh, this is what you were saying about you said you didn't you haven't been watching Tiger Belly. And that's like the one podcast in my week that I wouldn't skip. I mean, the video one.
Yeah.
The number one podcast I don't skip during the week is Conan, but in the YouTube ones is Tiger Belly. And because when you're saying that, I was thinking, oh, I couldn't not watch that one. But I think that was the podcast that got me into podcasts. It was Norm Macdonald. I was watching his, but his was he was trying to have a TV show.
Yeah.
So I don't even though it was the podcast, I don't put that in that category. But yeah, I saw Bobby Lee on there, and then I started watching Tiger Belly, and Tiger Belly's the thing I think that got me into all podcasts, like then the audio ones too, or whatever. And I was wondering what podcast got you into podcasts, or
probably
got you interested in?
Like, I would just listen to random ones sometimes, like one random Joe Rogan or something. Like if there was someone on there I wanted to listen to, or something like that. But then I started listening to Tuesdays with Stories, Mark Norman, Joe List, every Tuesday when I had like a schedule at work. So I'd like listen to it driving to work, and then watching the Take Your Shoes Off with Rick Glassman. That was like during COVID kind of.
Oh yeah.
And I had the broken foot and furlough, and I had a routine like going to jiu-jitsu in the morning and then coming back, and I could watch like 2 podcasts, and then it'd only be like 8:30 or 9. I could still have a productive day.
Yeah, because I was just thinking like some of your podcasts that you listen to, like it would seem there's ones that you listen to that I would just won't, and that's probably that one, even though I think both of them are really funny. But
yeah,
it's like you only have so many podcasts,
right?
Even though I think I'm probably one of the, like, I don't know.
You listen to more than I do, but a lot of it has to do with my schedule. Like I said, I haven't watched a lot of them now because it's like my schedule's been so crazy. I've been working a lot and working weird, irregular shifts, so I don't get into like a habit. Then I've been working a lot on the house and stuff if I'm not. So then it's just different.
I think there's people that listen to podcasts all day, but I'm probably one of the highest consumers of podcasts.
Yeah, and then I also can't listen all day mentally.
Right.
I need to be.
Yeah, you have too many words in your day.
Yeah. Can only take in so many words. Then Lauren tries to talk to me, and I'm like, just shut up.
Actually, I think that is a thing.
Kidding. That's a thing. You have a number of words that you can talk, and you have a number of words you want to receive.
Yeah, the one I heard more is the one where it's like men speak like 15,000 words a day and women speak like 25,000 words a day or something like that.
I thought it was more. I thought it was more split.
You think it was more disparate than that?
Oh yeah. I thought it was like 5,000 and 20,000.
Okay, that was more than me. I was checking your math for a second.
Yeah. What'd you say? You said 15 and 20?
25.
Yeah, what if I said 5? That'd be funny.
Oh, I thought we said the same for a second.
But even if we did say the same spread, 5,000 words a day, you're still...
Oh.
Hour. What happened?
Don't they know that the raindrop emoji, you can't use that anymore? Yeah.
For humidity? Can't use a little.
Can't use the splurt emoji. Everybody knows that's universal. It's like if eggplant was like a big deal for our culture, you can't have an eggplant. You can't use that emoji anymore.
Can't
Sorry.
use the peach emoji anymore. Just side note, I hate anyone who talks on FaceTime in the grocery store. That's all. Especially when it's just pointing at the ceiling.
Now,
although I have started this new thing, which is kind of fun, is I try to get in the FaceTime and get the attention of the person on the phone.
What do you mean?
If someone's on FaceTime in the grocery store,
or to a
or
random person, I thought you were talking about your own FaceTime call.
No. Anyone in the public world that's on FaceTime, and a lot of times they're just like holding their phone like this. They're not even looking at it. So then what I try to do is get into the camera view and get the person's attention on the FaceTime.
Well, I'm going to make a defense of people talking on FaceTime in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you go in the grocery store, there's no cell service. And so sometimes when I was at Walmart and before I knew I had ADD, I'd go there and I'd forget what the two things were I was supposed to get.
Yep.
And I got to contact my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and the call will not go out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What thing? Bye. So I got to get on the FaceTime.
Why does FaceTime work?
Because you're on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're on the Wi-Fi? Then why don't you go to settings and then cellular and then go to Wi-Fi calling and turn Wi-Fi calling on this phone on? Make and receive calls over Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Wait, do I have that turned on?
You should. If you don't, everyone in the world should.
Where is it?
Settings.
Settings.
And then cellular.
You probably got the better phone than I do.
No. And then Wi-Fi calling.
Make calls over Wi-Fi with your Verizon account.
Was it off?
Yeah.
Dude, you've been missing out.
When you join a network, information about the country, blah, blah, blah.
Everyone, if you have an iPhone, settings, cellular, it's about 5 down, Wi-Fi calling. Turn it on.
Dude.
Then you don't have to be a dumbass, walking around.
Hey, man,
with
that was just
FaceTime
me.
on in the grocery store. Oh, it's you. Hello.
Hey, man.
What's up?
I think I'm calling you over Wi-Fi. Hey, what's up?
I'm calling you on FaceTime.
I was just in the middle of calling you over Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Like the phone. Hey, man. Don't do that. That's not nice.
So, yeah. I'll do it on the train because I'll go around scanning people's tickets and they'll be on FaceTime. Get in the background, wave.
Oh,
it's fun. They laugh.
You should get some little cards and hand out, and you should give those iOS. You should have one side be iOS,
having trouble making
one other side be Android.
Are you having trouble making calls without cellular signal, but have Wi-Fi and think you have to FaceTime people? Why not go to your settings and turn on Wi-Fi calling?
You can make it look like it's a customer service card, like you're doing something official. You're just handing one to everyone.
You're not allowed to say word on the podcast.
I know, I'm gonna bleep it. Whenever an episode gives me something to bleep, I'm happy.
Yeah, you fake bleeped me the last episode. That was good. What was it?
I fake bleeped you?
Yeah, where you like left the word in and did the bleep right afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Petey does.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
Yeah, what was that? That was making me laugh doing that.
Do it after when I said dumbass and just do the beep right afterwards.
Okay, then you heard what we were talking about. I did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, leave all this in.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of leaving this in,
It's going long.
it's going long.
I thought you were going to talk about a story from BYU or something.
Can you wrap us up?
Wrap it up. We're back again. Back in black. Back in of color. Jokes are coming. They're not here. So stay tuned next week.